Ooh, we can become partners in crime. Betsy and Bonnie are now partners in crime. They can now plan pranks together and unleash their inner mischief. Setting ourselves up for some double trouble here. Hi kids, welcome to my Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge Empty World variation. A take on the original Legacy Challenge with a little bit of a twist. Everyone is living through an apocalypse and it's up to just one family to rebuild all of society from the ground up. If you're interested in the rules to this challenge, check out the links in the description of this video. We're starting off in Create a Sim. Last time, our eldest daughter Beth aged up into a teen, so it's time to take a closer look at what she looks like and give her a little bit of a makeover. I think the first thing that we'll do is give her a different hairstyle. Beth is our heir-apparent, which means if all goes as planned, she'll be our Generation 2 heir for this Legacy Challenge, which means we're going to be spending a little bit more time in casts on her. We've got a lot of options, but none of them quite say Beth to me. We've tried a few of these pulled back hairstyles and I'm not really loving it. This hairstyle with the waves is the first one that I truly think looks good on her. So maybe we should go with a hair down, face framing look. Oh, the long haired with the kerchief. Not only did Beth herself wear her hair in a braided pigtails with a kerchief when she was a child, but her mom also had this exact same hairstyle when she was a little younger, just, you know, a different hair color and a different kerchief color as well. Oh, this braided hairstyle is also sort of reminiscent of her childhood. Now, both are good options. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the kerchief style for the everyday, but maybe the braided hairstyle for athletic wear. Sounds like a good compromise to me. Looking at outfits, Beth is already wearing an overall styled look, which seems appropriate for doing some manual labor in. The boots definitely need to go, however. We need something that looks a little bit more like a work boot. All right, let's zoom back in for some face details because we need to give Beth some eyelashes. I love these Kijiko custom content eyelashes. I'll link to these in the description in case you want to download them yourself, but they're kind of one of my favorites. I want to find a good fit that doesn't look like it's too much, especially as a teenager on a farm, essentially. She's not going to be wearing a lot of makeup on a day-to-day basis. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go with these. Beth has these goldeny light brown eyes, and I have to check because I don't quite recall her parents having this eye color. Penny has a much darker brown eye, and while Angel does have a lighter brown eye color, his doesn't give off this slightly gold hue that Beth's is. So we're still in skin details, but I'm going to give Beth this blended lip liner to define her lips a little bit more. Beth had a tooth gap as a child because, of course, there's no dentistry in the apocalypse, or at least we don't have power, so how can you run the drills, right? She's aged up with perfect teeth, however, which seems a little unrealistic to me. Let's give her a tooth gap. The gap is a little smaller than what she had as a kid, which makes sense because as adult teeth grow in, they're probably shifting all the other teeth in her mouth. Let's give Beth a pair of earrings. Nothing too huge or unwieldy since she's essentially a farming girly. She's got some great eyebrows, so there's no need to change anything about that. Her lashes are sort of already giving the impression that she has some eye makeup on. We're also going to add a little bit of face blush. This is Makeup CC by Anonymous called Blush N11. It's technically for masculine Sims, but obviously is looking really great on feminine Sims as well. And while it is like a face blush, I think it kind of gives the overall impression that she's been out in the sun because it's tanning her ears and tanning all of her cheeks kind of like in this zone right here. I'll have a link to all the CC that I'm using and calling out in this video. Oof, got the messed up eyelashes, which means Beth is wearing a ring with her cold weather wear somewhere. Let's take that off. There we go. Fixed. Back to Beth's everyday wear. She's got her green overalls and a pair of work boots. I think she's ready to go. Moving on to formal wear. This is what she randomized into, and I'm not loving it for Beth. It's looking a little too modern. Let's look for a full body outfit with country themes. This dress is really nice. I'm just trying to decide on a swatch. The cornflower blue is really nice. All right, let's give her a pair of earrings, maybe a slightly larger gold hoop for her formal wear. And we'll give her a little bit more makeup this time. An eyeshadow in this sort of khaki color. I'm also going to use this CC eyeliner. It's number 117 by Jewel_House. For lip color, I'm trying to find something relatively subtle, but not so subtle that it doesn't even look like she's wearing makeup, because why bother? I think this coral lip gloss may be it. I'm also going to add a necklace to the look. We're going to need to find another hairstyle because the kerchief isn't really vibing with the dress. Since this hairstyle looks slightly wavy, I'm going to try to be consistent and find a wavy hairstyle that also works. This is an option. Oh, this one that's pulled back into a chignon, it's good too. Let's go with this one. And I'm also going to want to give her a bracelet, perhaps. Okay, and finally we have to fix these shoes. I think we might go with these sling back flats in this peachy color. It sort of matches with the flowers on Beth's dress. Moving on to athletic wear. I have no qualms about this look, but yet again, the kerchief isn't appropriate for this look. Imagine working up a sweat and the kerchief just getting soaked. I'm gonna try to find that braided pigtail look from before because I think that makes sense in terms of having the hair tied back securely. Great, we'll call ourselves done. Moving on to sleepwear. She auto-generated into this pair of tights and a t-shirt, all in the color red, and then some slippers. I don't think I ever would have picked this combination myself, but I'm kind of digging the overall look. It does bother me a little how the reds are slightly different shades. I'm gonna do my best to not try to let that bother me. Okay, first thing is first, let's change her hair. Looking for wavy looks. Wait, okay, here we go. This wavy look is really good. It might be a little too long in the back, but I'm willing to ignore that. Okay, let's move on to party wear. Instead of doing a full body outfit right now, I think I'm going to make a look out of separates. We'll use this sweater from Cottage Living in the gray colorway, and we'll pair that with a pair of shorts. Let's give her a pair of cowboy boots because she's a little country girl. And I'm going to want to wear a relatively tall pair of socks with this. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but something about this outfit is not quite working out. I know that I was getting a little presumptuous with the shorts with the country sweater. I feel like I could do a lot better. Maybe if I change the top? No. Okay, let's start with the boot color instead and then move on to the socks. Look, I don't love it, but we're not going to go to a lot of parties. So I think I'm just going to call it quits here with this yellow pair of socks that sort of matches the kerchief. Moving on to swimwear, let's start with the hairstyle. We'll go with these French braid pigtails again, and we'll go with a solid color one piece for the swimsuit. We'll do blue. Hot weather. I don't love the execution of this outfit, but at least it has kind of a cohesive look with the style and the color choices. Let's do some separates again. We'll do this long tank top and the chambray tied shirt. I'd like to do a pair of shorts. After a lot of deliberation, I decided to go with these green shorts and we'll do a sandal with it. We're going to get rid of this hat, but I did like the idea of Beth wearing a hat while sort of working out in the garden, keeping the sun out of her eyes. Finally, we've come to cold weather. The only country-style cold weather wear we have is a flannel, sweater, quilted vest, layered top. We'll pair that with some denim. I'll replace the shoes with something a little bit more practical. And to top it off, I'd like to give Beth a beanie, but none of these are really working with the color scheme of the rest of the outfit. Ooh, the Cottage Living beanie is a pretty good fit. If I'm not mistaken, however, this is the same style beanie that her dad wears. I mean, I don't hate it. It's kind of cute. Alright, now that Beth has an outfit in every category, I'd like to give her an alternative everyday outfit, just so she's not wearing the same thing all the time. Maybe we'll go with this sweatshirt-like top. What if we go back to this pair of denim shorts with the shirt wrapped around the waist, with a pair of sneakers this time? We'll remove the earrings from this outfit. While we did have earrings on the first everyday outfit originally, if she's going to be working on that garden daily, it just doesn't make a ton of sense to be wearing jewelry, so I'm going to remove it. We will, however, makeover, add earrings to her party wear outfit. These are a little too big. Maybe we'll do just a smaller pair of hoops. Yeah, we'll go with these little huggy earrings. Okay, here is our girl Beth. Her teenage makeover is complete. This is everyday outfit number 1, everyday outfit number 2, formal wear, athletic wear, sleepwear. Okay, you know what? I've tried to be cool with the 2 different types of reds, but it's really fucking me. So I'm gonna change up the bottoms, I think. Oh, this gray option has red lettering on the pants, and the red lettering is kind of an exact match for the red shirt. This almost looks like it was kind of like an intentional set. Since we're gonna go with a theme here, I'm gonna change the slippers to the red colorway too. Okay, cute. Moving right along, this is our party wear, swimwear, hot weather clothing, and finally, cold weather clothing. Okay, it is 1:44 in the morning on a Saturday. Beth just aged up to a teen and is chatting with our relatively new friend, Sachiko Kibo. Of course, now that Beth is a teen, this seems like a weird relationship. Bonnie woke up in the middle of the night just bent on making a mess. We're gonna say goodbye to Sachiko. And because Beth is a teen now, she can actually start developing her parenting skills, which she is going to do by putting her younger sister Bonnie to bed. Beth is cleaning up the mess that Bonnie made, while Bonnie gets back into bed in the background. Right, Beth has gone to bed. Penny is up early, making some food for herself, and the early morning activity has awoken Betsy. Angel is now up and about as well. It's time for Angel to get dressed for the day and head outside to tend to his garden. Betsy is working to help him out by doing some weeding, so she's getting dressed as well. Are you freaking kidding me? What happened to my garden in the last few hours? Unbelievable. Okay, well, Betsy, Angel, and Penny will do whatever they can in this glitched up garden. It's now been 4 days and my cow plant hasn't grown at all. Looking at Angel's inventory, it looks like he was able to harvest another cow plant berry. I'm gonna plant this one as well, just in case the other one glitched. Beth is the last one in the household to wake up. Classic teen behavior. We're gonna get her started building up her life skills by having her cook something for breakfast. Penny looks to be cheering Beth on and even giving her a few pointers. Oh wow, the helpful tip from mom must have helped because Beth already reached level 2 of the cooking skill. Angel has nothing left to do in the garden today because look at it. Whoa! Our cow plant seedling all of a sudden transformed into a full-size cow plant. And of course, now I regret planting the second cow plant berry. Since our cow plant came in, that should mean that we've finished off the freelance botanist aspiration. So we'll cross it off our to-do list here. The only thing we have left to do is to grow 8 perfect quality plants, which based on the status of our garden right now, might be really, really hard to do, but we'll keep at it. I saw a teenager walking in front of the house. I invited them into chat because now that Beth is a teenager, I want her to have a couple of friends her age. This is Jillian Richards. Incidentally, Jillian has a much deeper voice than I originally anticipated, but I'll just ignore that for now. I'm going to compliment Jillian. We're going to joke with her. We're going to get to know her. Just chat, do whatever we can to make her a bestie. I had to save and restart the game in order for the achievement to pop. Aspiration achieved. Angel has completed the freelance botanist aspiration. Angel has grown and spliced every varietal imaginable. And finally, his dream of becoming a freelance botanist is complete. Trait earned naturalist. Sin is fireproof and instantly puts out fires. Honestly, that's kind of OP. This, of course, means it's time to select another aspiration, although I'm not really under any pressure to make any progress on this one. Angry Ace looks doable, and it's also in the nature category, so that seems to make a lot of sense for Angel. Betsy is going to chat with a child named Ricky Roca, who has made the unfortunate decision to get really close to our new cow plant for some reason. Oh, Betsy is gonna ask Ricky to trade void critters. That's kind of fun. Betsy traded away her void critter and got a My Theme card in return. My Theme? Me them? Let's go with My Theme. Rarity, uncommon, limited edition foil card. Elements, Earth, power level 5. Great trade, Betsy. Encased in living stone that it can shape at will, ancient mythings are thought to have raided void critters' lands and islands in millennia past. Despite their slow pace, their absolute command of the elements make them a difficult foe in battle. Leaf's friend Barry had a near-death experience in episode 4 when a parkour mishap at a construction site caused a section of scaffolding to give way. A powerful mything happened to be nearby and it rapidly shifted a pile of gravel to brace the collapsing structure, giving Barry just enough time to scramble to safety. Indebted, Barry swore an oath to protect and battle alongside all mythings. If you're enjoying what you're watching, please subscribe to my channel. It's free for you, gives me a little hit of serotonin, and it's confirmed that the YouTube algorithm actually suggests my videos to other people that would also enjoy them, because a handful of you actually did that during my last video. A couple of you subscribed and then more people watched my video, and then a couple more people subscribed and then more people watched my video. So thank you for that. Sentiment gained. You're really fun to be around. I really enjoy spending time with you, and I hope you feel the same way about me too. Our goal of making a new teen friend is coming along nicely. Betsy is playing with the new cowplants. I know the cake isn't out yet, but I'll be honest, this is making me a little nervous. Jillian's changed outfits, but we're still hanging out, and Akira has stopped by as well. That's just got the good reputation trait. This will just be helpful for the challenge, I think. Let's take a photo of my new friend Jillian. Angel is playing with his new cowplants. He's an animal enthusiast and he likes gardening, so this should definitely be bringing him some sort of joy. I'm gonna have Beth resume the sentimental song that she started when she was a child. Bonnie just reached creativity level 10. Way to go, Bonnie. Oh man, I just realized that we're stuck on Bonnie's whiz kid aspiration because while we did get her to mental skill level 5, the other part of this is to have her finish her homework 2 times while focused. No school during the apocalypse means no homework, means this aspiration will not be completed. Sorry, Bonnie. As for Betsy, she can complete this phase of her aspiration if she makes a BFF. We can make our twin our BFF, right? I mean, it makes sense. Ooh, we can become partners in crime. Betsy and Bonnie are now partners in crime. They can now plan pranks together and unleash their inner mischief. Setting ourselves up for some double trouble here. Oh, we did it! Well, first I have to acknowledge that Betsy reached level 2 of mischief, but also beyond that, Betsy and Bonnie just became best friends forever! And Betsy has completed the popular kid phase of the social butterfly aspiration. These are all the pranks that we can pull together. These are all really school-centric. So I think I'm going to select Land to Unleash the Gerbils. For a minute I thought this was Angel playing with the cowplant again, but this is actually a townie named Raj Rasoya who just happens to be wearing the same green beanie and similar colored clothing. Excuse me, Raj. Angel would never call you out on this, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to do it. Could you please stop swagger jacking Angel's style? Okay, thanks, bye. And speaking of okay, thanks, bye, we're actually gonna call it here for today. Thanks so much for watching, kids. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye! By the way, someone commented on my last video and they said that the audio quality could be improved, and although I don't have a proper microphone yet, I tried another audio input method. So is this audio better than my last video? Worse than my last video? If you could let me know, that'd be appreciated.